watching this right now, you must want to be the hostess with the mostest. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm sure your future guests will thank you too. I'm gonna take you through my tips for things to do before your guests arrive. So my cleaning routine, little small touches that I do just to make sure that everyone feels as comfortable as possible when they are visiting us. Before we get into the tips, I would love if you would consider subscribing to my channel, clicking that red button below, and turning your notifications on. I make all cleaning routines, cleaning tips and how-tos, and general lifestyle motivation. So without further ado, let's get into the tips. First thing I do when I'm preparing for guests is declutter as much as possible. So if there's anything out on the counter, on the floor, on the front table, I put it all back in its proper place. To clean and prepare for guests in the order that they come into the house. So I start with the foyer and make sure that there are hangers at the very front of the closet for them to use as soon as they come in. I also like to add a little personal touch right in the front foyer. I have this great sign. I got it in a Fun Fit Fab box and it's awesome. So in this particular case, it was my mom's birthday, so a little nice personal touch as soon as she comes into the house. You can also use this sign for a Wi-Fi password. I also love to get fresh flowers whenever we have guests over. So in the summer, I'll just pick them from my own garden, but the flowers aren't quite out since it's been snowing here so much. So I'm just taking some, I think it was 3 for $20 flowers and creating 2 bouquets, one for the front foyer and one for the guest bedroom. Now the next step is the guest bedroom, because I know that they're going to put their bags down as soon as they get here. So making sure that there's fresh linens, and if your sheets are already washed, just throw them on instant refresh or whatever your settings say with a bounce sheet and fluff them and freshen them up. As mentioned before, we don't have a guest room in this house, but we transform the office into a guest room, and I think it turns out pretty well. So I pull out the couch, put a memory foam topper on it to make it really comfortable, and then I like to use white sheets for guests because white just feels cleaner, fresh, and gives that hotel vibe. I also love pillows personally, so I'm always making sure that there are at least 4 pillows on the bed and more in the closet if they need them. Telling your guests that there are extra linens in the closet in case they get cold or perhaps they don't like the pillows you set out is always a good idea. I also like to put a hamper in the closet so that if they do want to strip their bed, they can put it into the hamper and not go wandering into my almost always messy laundry room. Always save your hotel toiletries. These have been so handy in so many different occasions. I'm also putting out water bottles just to make sure that the guests feel comfortable at night, and I know a lot of people will ask, is this water okay to drink? And I just want them to have the option to have bottled water as well as our tap water. I also set out a decaf coffee for my dad because he can't drink caffeine coffee. So a little touch like that just really shows that you're gone above and beyond to make sure that they are comfortable and have everything that they would have at home. Super simple tip, but just make sure that there are available outlets for your guests to use and that they don't have to worry about unplugging something that might be important or unplugging a light to charge their phone. Moving on to the guest bathroom. This is our designated guest bathroom, so it's not used by us all the time. However, I like to deep clean it because dust does build up and I just want it to smell nice and fresh when they walk in. So cleaning everything, emptying the trash bin, making sure that there's a fresh bag in there and a fresh towel for them in the bathroom as well. Even if you think your guests are going to just use the guest bathroom, it's a good idea to check your toilet paper supply in all bathrooms so that no one runs into any problems. I also like doing this water tap trick just to make the toilet paper look extra special and put together. Scent is such an important part of your guest experience, so I do a few things to make sure it smells beautiful in my home when guests arrive. I have my candles lit a half an hour before they come so it really starts to be fragrant. I also like to plug in air fresheners, especially in the bathrooms or any smaller rooms where you can really notice if they are turned on. And then I like to open up the windows or doors for fresh air. So weather permitting for sure, but opening up the doors just gives everything a nice fresh smell and gets rid of that stale air. If you're like me, coffee first thing in the morning is a must. So I want to make sure that my guests have the option to have coffee even if they wake up before I do. I refill my coffee maker with water, set out the pods, set out extra mugs, and I'm even putting a little tin of granola bars right beside the coffee maker just in case someone wants to eat before breakfast is ready. I want them to have that option as well. I also like to restock the bar fridge with any drinks I know my guests like and any other drinks that might be popular or running low. These next few things are just to help make sure that you stay present and focus on your time with your guests and not doing chores. So I like to empty all the trash cans to make sure that doesn't have to be done while they are there, including the bathroom, kitchen, everything like that. I also like to empty the dishwasher to make sure that dirty dishes from dinner can go straight into the dishwasher and there's not a huge pile up in our sink. And finally, I like to have the snacks and refreshments prepared as much as possible before someone arrives to our house. Even if it is a weird time of day where it might be just after lunch hour, just after dinner, I always like to have something out in case someone is hungry. I also made a white wine raspberry sangria for this particular day and it was delicious. Highly recommend. You need to relax before your guests come. If you are high-strung and have been running around, sweating, getting things ready, guests will pick up on that vibe and feeling. So really just take a moment, deep breath, and relax so that when guests come in, they feel free to do the exact same, to relax and enjoy their time. Pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my spinning bones, I'm remembering. And if you run out of time, that is okay. One of my favorite cleaning methods is closing doors. By closing doors, you hide those messes you didn't get to and everything just looks cleaner. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope these tips help you be the best host or hostess. And let me know below, what is your favorite tip from the list? Or what did I miss? See you next time. All gone.